Hey everybody, it's Dr. Reiser. If you like what you see in our videos, make sure you click subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future videos about functional medicine, nutrition, and tips on how to reclaim your health the easy way with Functional Health Center of the Carolinas.
Hey everybody, it's Dr. Reiser, another Whiteboard Wednesday, and you better listen up because I'm going to tell you the 2 foods that you must have in your diet if you're going to be the healthiest that you could possibly be. And if you're looking behind my shoulder here and you can see this artist's poor rendering of broccoli, nope, it is not broccoli, but we're using broccoli today to shed light on something else, and that's the phytochemical sulforaphane. So we're going to talk about cruciferous vegetables specifically for this, but I'm going to give you 2 foods that help you ingest this at a higher amount. So sulforaphane was something that was discovered in 1992, and this molecule, when the researchers looked at it, realized that it upregulated the enzymes necessary for phase 2 detoxification in your body. That happens inside the liver, and its job is to get rid of any waste products and toxins out of your body, especially excess hormones, and that's why it's really good with weight loss because it's going to pull these toxins out. But one other thing it does, and the things that the researchers found, was it actually gets rid of carcinogenic material in your body. So yes, sulforaphane is actually an anti-cancer agent, and that's why we've been touting broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, Brussels sprouts for all these years, because you're going to ingest some of this anti-cancer agents like sulforaphane. However, the issue is most people don't eat these things raw, and that's where you're going to get the most of the sulforaphane. Most people cook and they saute and they roast, and that actually decreases the amount of sulforaphane in the body, or in the actual vegetable. So I'm going to tell you today the 2 foods that you have to introduce now to get these levels up and to also keep the high levels of sulforaphane in broccoli when you roast it. So let's backtrack this a little bit because we need to know how this is made in order to understand the 2 foods that we're going to introduce. So first thing we're going to talk about is a molecule down here. And hopefully I spelled this right, but hooked on phonics here. Glucoraphanin. So glucoraphanin is actually the precursor to sulforaphane. That's what's in your broccoli, that's what's in your cauliflower and your cruciferous vegetables. Now, when you eat your broccoli, and when you break down or when you chop your broccoli in any of these cruciferous vegetables, there's an enzyme that's released in the middle here called myrosinase. So this comes in, and as glucoraphanin comes up, this enzyme here will actually transform this into your sulforaphane. So that's how it's made in the actual plant. So chewing raw broccoli and chewing cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, if you really want to eat them raw, you can. You'll usually put them in a food processor and eat them like that, almost like a salad. But that's how this is made, and that's how this is released in the plant. This is actually a defense mechanism by the plant so that if insects eat the plant, this is released and it keeps insects away. So you can see, it's a great defense mechanism for the body. Now, the problem is that when you cook your vegetables, specifically these cruciferous, this guy right here, what we're talking about, the myrosinase, is heat sensitive. So you eliminate it. You're actually destroying it when you're cooking, which means that you're left over with this, the glucoraphanin, and no sulforaphane. So you're not getting any health benefits when you're cooking this. There's going to be some left. It's not going to be all of it, but you're really decreasing the amount. So what are the 2 foods that you need to add in to help you get a high amount of sulforaphane? So they're going to be 2 separate. And first I'm going to talk about broccoli sprouts. That's the number 1 thing you need to add in, because they found that broccoli sprouts, and I'll switch over here. We'll go back to our green. I'll just put broccoli sprouts. So your broccoli sprouts actually have 50 to 100 times more sulforaphane than actual regular broccoli. This is one of the easiest things you can do as far as your diet to get this level of sulforaphane up to help you detox every single day, get rid of excess estrogens and testosterone, get rid of toxins and fight cancer. So I tell patients, Little pinch, put it on your salad every single day, and you're gonna get a ton of sulforaphane because this is actually already active in here, especially right when you eat it, you activate it even more. So 50 to 100 times more than regular broccoli. Now let's say you don't like broccoli sprouts. Let's say you don't like raw broccoli. Let's say you don't like raw cauliflower, any of those things. There's another food, and it's the second food I'm gonna tell you to add after you saute and cook your vegetables. Here we go. Ground mustard seed. You can find this in pretty much any spice aisle. It's yellow. Just make sure it's ground mustard seed, brown mustard seed. You put that on your broccoli just a little bit after you saute it, and guess what it contains? Myrosinase. So this ground mustard actually contains myrosinase, so after you accidentally cook it all down when you're sauteing, you can add it back in, so when you eat the broccoli, you're activating the product, the end product, which is the sulforaphane, and that's how you can, again, detox if you do not want to eat these things raw. A lot of people can't eat them raw because it does upset their stomach. Sometimes roughage like that in the raw form, if you have GI tract problems, is an issue for you. But to come back and circle around here, those are the two foods you need to add in if you haven't. It's the easiest to do the broccoli sprouts, just a pinch on your salad. I've seen people cook with them a little bit, but you want to make sure that they're raw, and that's the easiest way, is put them on the salad. You will increase your sulforaphane levels, and if you cook cauliflower or any of those cruciferous vegetables during the week, add a little pinch of your mustard seed, and that will increase the sulforaphane levels as well. You'll be detoxing every single day. If you feel like you have excess estrogen problems, if you have that excess weight like I do right now from quarantine, you can start to burn it off using these two foods. So add them in. Look forward to next week's Whiteboard Wednesday. See you guys.